Viewers, welcome back to the second part of the Anew series, of the first series that's going to be in 2021. I'm continuing from where we left last time. We are going to continue talking about the national policies, and we will also talk about infrastructure in this part. So continuing from where we left, Cabinet approves export of Akash surface-to-air missiles. Now this is a very bold step. We already had been exporting BrahMos missiles, which was produced in collaboration with Russia. Now Akash surface-to-air air missiles have got 96% indigenization. And this can hit targets. It's basically a surface-to-air missile that can hit targets up to 25 kilometers distance. Now we can see that progressively our confidence to export armaments is increasing, and this is a very positive sign, because armament industry is one thing which is always in demand, and we taking a small step, progressive baby steps into this industry is very welcome, because India, I think, is rightly positioned with respect to a strong ecosystem of being able to produce things both from a metallurgy perspective, both from ballistic perspectives and supply chain, and a strong internal need. So any country which has a large internal requirement qualifies itself to upgrade itself to also be able to export these goods. So I think India is coming of age with respect to armament production. So this is something we should all have something to cheer about. The next topic that we are going to talk about is National Payment Corporation of India, NPCI, which is a subsidiary of Reserve Bank of India, has added features in RuPay cards which will allow offline transaction. Now, if you see, the RuPay cards were predominantly issued as a part of the Jan Dhan scheme. The Jan Dhan scheme was issued for the bottom of the pyramid people, where immediately after this NDA government came to power, they came up with a massive program of being able to provide a bank account to every citizen of India. And as a part of that exercise, the RuPay cards, which is India's own answer to Visa and MasterCard, as a medium of digital exchange of payment using the cards. Now, the RuPay card has also been functioning something like a MasterCard or Visa, where there's an online authentication required to make the payment. Now, this particular step of allowing offline transaction is going to be a huge step with respect to India, because in a lot of places, rural areas, the internet connectivity is still not penetrated sufficiently. One, or the quality of internet connectivity is not up to the standards that you would expect in an urban area. Therefore, this offline transaction will allow a reloadable wallet facility, and that means customers can ensure a transaction goes through even in place where there is poor connectivity to the POS machine, because people will be able to have a prepaid or a preloaded value in their card, and even if the internet is not working, the preloaded value can be used to settle payments. This will definitely reduce the wait time, traffic congestion, and the transit times, because progressively these preloaded RuPay cards can be used along with the NCMC, which is the National Common Mobility Card. The government is also thinking of coming out with a National Common Mobility Card, which will basically be an offline wallet where you can store to make payments in metros, the buses, or any public transport system. And therefore, if the whole technology that we are trying to look now will definitely ease the rush or the queues that we may have to form, and the need to handle currencies and coins in public transport systems. So this transaction over a period of time will become a regular feature all over the India, and it definitely can be a queue buster and enhance the digitization of the economy. Going further towards the digitization of the digitization approach that the government seems to be having, this year the budget is going to go completely paperless. Now, the use of paper has been substantially coming down ever since 2016, but this year the government has used COVID as an excuse to do away with the practice. But the halwa ceremony is still going to be continued. So we have this tradition in the finance ministry. Every year, just before the budget, they make halwa and they have it. So I think the traditional Indian sweet tooth habit continues to stay, but positively, at least the use of paper has been brought down, because a lot of times The budget paper is also available in electronic media. So we have to prepare even our politicians and lawmakers to make this transition from a paper-based economy to be a paperless economy. Another very important news, which is not big in terms of size, but very important in terms of significance, is that Atomic Minerals Directorate of Exploration and Research detects presence of 1,600 tons of lithium resources in Karnataka's Mandya district. Now, if you look at this lithium find, this is comparatively minuscule considering the size of the proven reserves in countries like Bolivia, which has got a 25 million ton reserve, and Argentina, which has got a 17 million ton reserve, and Australia, which has got 6.3 million tons of reserve, and even China has got a 4.5 million ton of reserve. But what's very important is this is just the beginning of things to happen in India. Lithium is a very important mineral that we need in the process of making our vehicles pollution free, because all the battery operated vehicles use lithium ion batteries, because lithium is one of the lightest material and the weight is to efficiency ratio is considerably enhanced when you use lithium ion batteries. Now, just in the last couple of years, India between 2016-17 to 2019-20 has imported more than 165 crores of lithium batteries, estimated at a cost of around $3.3 billion. And apart from this small find, government is also made a major effort and formed a new company in August 2019 called Khanij Videsh India Limited, which is basically a company that has been formed by partnering by three state-owned companies partnering, which is NALCO, Hindustan Copper and Minerals Exploration Limited, with a specific mandate to go about and acquire strategic assets for lithium and cobalt abroad. So they are already doing a little bit of scouting in both Chile and Bolivia. So I think government is cognizant. We have actually been left behind in the race of lithium ores, because China has taken a massive lead because they had the vision and the action plan to go and acquire these assets abroad. So India has woken up to this need, and now there is some action with respect to forming a new company and also exploration within the country. The next very important development that we can be happy about is the Cochin-Mangaluru natural gas pipeline has been commissioned and operationalized. So this can carry about 12 million tons of standard cubic meters of gas per day, and this will carry natural gas and both compressed natural gas and liquefied natural gas. The regasification plant is based in Kochi, and it will be transported to Mangaluru, and it will pass through Ernakulam, Thrissur, Palakkad, Malappuram, Kozhikode, Kannur and Kasaragod district. So this project was worth around 3,000 crores, and this is part of the, it cost around 450 crores for Gas Authority of India Limited to execute the project. So the idea of this pipeline was to supply environment friendly fuel to industries, and also to set up a lot of domestic gas grid. So a lot of the cities and towns en route, instead of buying the gas cylinders, can have a gas distribution system like we have in Delhi, and something like that is being attempted in Chennai and many other towns. So a 24/7 supply of gas is available, and therefore we have an energy basket diversity, and we also have a lower cost for industries which require heating as a process. And we also have another very interesting development which is currently underway, and the fruits of which we will enjoy by end 2022, which is the Delhi-Mumbai Expressway. So this expressway is expected to be completed in by the end of 2022, and parts of this expressway are going to become operational even in 2021. So this Delhi-Mumbai Expressway is going to be 1,261 kilometers in comparison to 1,440 kilometers of an existing national highway. But the existing national highway is very congested, and the time taken to travel from Mumbai to Delhi is enormous, and the cost of transportation is very high because of the congestion. So this expressway, which is being built at a cost of 93,000 crores, is expected to bring down the cost of transportation between the two cities by 8 to 9%. It will also save around 320 million liters of fuel per annum. and maybe in the lifetime be able to save for the nation close to 1 lakh crore of rupees. The government is also implementing a 320 crore project for 5 major ports in order to provide a digital port ecosystem. So the ports which are in consideration are Mumbai, Chennai, Dindayal, Paradeep and Kolkata, which includes Haldia. Haldia is also, always appended to Kolkata. And so nearly 2,474 processes have been rationalized, harmonized and optimized and standardized to arrive at a final re-engineered process of just 162 processes. So a centralized web support community system has been operational in these ports, and this will ensure that the data flow between the various stakeholders are done through a common interface, and then the each service provider can always take this particular data and then try to customize for their internal operations. So this move is towards a paperless, faceless regime. So the electronic delivery order through PCS has been made mandatory with the existing, along with e-invoicing and e-payment. So this effort by the ministry to actually go paperless right from whether it's your budget papers or the assessment papers is a very welcome step, because paper is just not about environment pollution, it's also about slowing things down. So when you take a process through a digital medium, you can always set turnaround times and you can always see where there has been a deviation. So there is a methodology to actually track good performance as well as pull up bad performance. So the government has also approved a multimodal logistic hub in Greater Noida, and it has also approved an industrial corridor at corridor nodes at Krishnapatnam and Tumkuru. So the proposals worth totally 7,725 crores is expected to generate employment for around 2.8 lakh people. So if you see, a lot of this focus has not only been to reduce the cost of logistics, it has also been to enhance the job opportunities for people who are not very educated, or rather the bottom of the pyramid people. So this, along with the dedicated freight corridor, will substantially improve the cost and time efficiency in logistics. And this, I think, is a very important aspect for India to become successful, or the center for global supply chains. The government has also laid the foundation stone for the first regional rapid transit system. So this is just a 82-kilometer transit system between Meerut and National Capital Region through Ghaziabad. Now, why is this significant? Is because this will allow a transit between two different cities at a speed of 160 kilometers. So as the name suggests, it's a rapid transit system, and this will be integrated with the metros and other interchange points. So this is once again a part of a strategy to improve urban transport efficiency. So we know that one of the ways to improve the efficiency of the economy is just not to keep on expanding the cities, but rather have satellite cities so that people can and have efficient urban transportation, so that people can shuttle between these two cities in a quick manner. So currently the work is under process, and we are expecting this to be operational soon. We also have to see these things in light of nearly more than 1,000 kilometers of metro line works that's happening right now in 27 cities in India. So we have seen suddenly an increased zeal with respect to government on the urban transportation system, which has to be clean, which has to be fast, and which has to be reliable. So this shows that the people who are dwelling in urban areas are there for exciting times. Viewers, stay tuned. Thank you so much for listening to this part. We'll shortly release the next video. Till such time, stay healthy, stay happy, and once again wishing you a very happy 2020.